Hello and welcome back to Southside Miniatures and welcome back to my haunted house. I've been working on a few little bits to go in the kitchen, so I'd like to show you today what I've been working on, and we're going to start decorating up the kitchen to make it look a bit more authentic. The story is that we had squatters living in here, but they've run away because something terrifying happened. So to start off with, I'm going to show you what I've done in here already. I've put some cobwebs on different places in the rooms, and what I made the cobwebs out of, let me just try and find it. Sorry, I'm going to lean in front of the camera. This stuffing you put inside of cushions and pillows, and all I do is tease a little bit out of there, look, and you can get some really good cobweb material going on. So I've been sticking some of that around. I also cut out, printed off an image of a silhouette, and what I did, I put this on cardboard and cut it out, and I've got my man standing at the back there, and I have put some light, cut his eyes out, so I've put a red light behind so his eyes will light up. I'll show you that a little bit later. This bin here was full of sweets. It was from the sweet shop and it was pink. I just painted it black, and I made a little black plastic sack out of a little black carrier bag and put some rubbish in there. So that was quite good. I've put some spiders, as you can see, hanging from the chairs, and one from the wall there. And then over this side I've got a photograph which I've put some knives into. I hope you can see that quite clearly. I've put some knives into the picture so that the Poltergeist has been throwing knives around, and I've hung the picture on the wall. I've got a knife hanging out the wall there, so I've hung it over the knife, so that's hanging on the wall there. These little footprints going across the room and up the stairs, I cut out a shape of a shoe on a bit of foam here, and I just put a bit of paint on it and then sponged it on so it looks like there's footsteps walking all across the room. So now I'm going to get some of the furniture that I've been working on. First of all, I'll come back to this unit, what I showed you before. What I've done is I've cut out a chopping board from an old bit of wood that I found. It's only about 2 mil thick, and made that into a chopping board there. And I made these this meat cleaver and knife out of polymer clay. I don't know if you can see that clearly. Stuck that on there, and then I made some meat out of polymer clay as well. I hope you can see that. And I'm going to put that on the chopping board, like so. And then these couple of bits here, my daughter found in a second-hand shop, so that was quite handy. Every little bit helps towards building up your stuff in your kitchen. So I'll pop them on the shelves there, and then I'll put that at the back of the room. I will add some more stuff in a little bit later. That can go in the back there. Next, I made my kitchen sink, which I showed you before, and what I've done, I've been adding a few bits to it, so I hope you can see this. I've got a couple of cups and a knife there, some pots and pans. The actual water in the sink and coming from the taps are made with the hot glue gun. So while it was still hot, I just pressed the plates and cups into it, so it looks like they're in washing up water. So that's quite good, and I got a bit of old linen there to make a tea towel. So I'll stand that in there like so. And as you can see, I've put a drop of paint on the floor there, which I didn't have before, where the paint has spilt over. I done one of the chairs here. I done that with an old paintbrush on, which I also cut out of a bit of wood, and made it so that it looked like they've been attempting to paint the chair, but it didn't work out well. So I'll put that next to the paint pot there, and it looks like it's all together. Right, the next thing I want to show you is this unit. Well, I did show it before, and the things that I've made for it. I did print off some of these packets. You can find them on the internet, funny enough, where you can actually make up the boxes yourself. So I just printed them out on card, and I made these boxes up myself, like the sugar and the flour, and I've got some biscuits there and that. And you can also print off the wrappings to put round a tube. All that is wrapped round is part of a glue stick. So and they're just about the right size for cans of drink and that, and you can print these off the internet. And a bar of chocolate there. All I done was got a small piece of wood, wrapped it in foil, and then the wrappers there you can print off, and I just wrapped it round. And the same as the bag of crisps there. I thought it looked quite good. So yeah, and I've got a little skeleton's arm sticking out of the cupboard there. So I'm going to put that in the kitchen, if I can get it in. Let's move this table a little bit. That's it. There we are. And that can sit in there, like so. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Oh, now my arm's dropped off. But never mind, I'm quite happy with it there. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is some of the bits that I've been making out of polymer clay. First of all, I'll show you the saucepans that I made, which are these. I hope you can see them well. These are actually copper pipe ends, which I got at the hardware store. They're only about, what, about £2, I think, for a pack of 2. And out of polymer clay, I just made some different coloured bits and pieces there and put it in some glue inside to make it look like a casserole, and these ones to look like runner beans. And then I just put some black paint around the outside to make them look as if they're burnt. I made the handles out of polymer clay and I stuck them on with super glue. So yeah, they turned out quite well, them saucepans. So I'm going to place them in the kitchen there on the stove, like so. The next thing I made is this. I got this tray that come from the second-hand shop that my daughter picked up some bits. I blackened it down a bit and I made some carrots to go in that one. So I'll pop that in the house. That can go on the stove the other side, like that. Then yeah, I made some other pots. That was just out of a plastic cap. I've made the handles out of polymer clay and glued them on, and then mixed some paint in with some glue and put that inside. It doesn't look very nice. I wouldn't like to eat it, but there you go. That can go in there. That can go on that shelf at the back there. Yeah, sorry about me trying to get my hand round, but as you can see, the Poltergeist has stacked the chairs on the table, which is a bit awkward. Next, out of polymer clay, I just mixed up some colours and made look like a spillage of something that's been stirred up. I carved the wooden spoon out of an old little bit of wood that I found, so that looks quite appetising. That can go on there. I will stick these down later so they don't all move about. I made this. I just stretched a bit of polymer clay and then baked it. That's got to go on the floor. That's a spillage on the floor. I'll stick that to the floor there. And then I made some more cardboard packages here, which some rats have been nibbling at. And this one says pasta on the front. So what I did, out of polymer clay, I made some pasta like this, and I'm going to put this on the floor, spilling out of the packet, and then like this. Don't want to. There we are. And then we've got, next I made a couple of rats. I don't know whether you can see these. Made these out of polymer clay, whoops. And I'm going to place them, because they've actually chewed through the packets and they're eating the stuff inside. I've also done one of jelly beans there. which I'll put over here, I think. And that can lay on its side. And then I made some, there's a little rat there. I made some jelly beans. This is going to be awkward because they're so tiny. Made some little jelly beans in different colours. And what I'll do is I will glue these to the floor. They're all over, scattered all over the place. That's okay. And the rat's eating through that packet there, so he's eating the jelly beans. The next thing I made was this little ashtray. I don't know whether you can see that clearly. I just made that out of an old cap that I found, and I painted it white. And then with polymer clay I just rolled some cigarettes and chopped up a little bit of grey polymer clay there just to look like ash. That's a good little ashtray that I can put now on the table in the kitchen there. So that looks pretty good. The next thing I made was this little candle, and I made that out of glue stick, and I just made a little hole in the top, and I put a bit of polymer clay in the top to make it look like a candle has been blown out. So that can sit on the table as well. So yeah, there's some bits and pieces there what I've done with my kitchen. I think it's looking quite good. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the lights on so that you can see the effect of the lights on inside. You'll have the red lights from the eyes of the silhouette man at the back there. There's a red light in the stove, and also I've put a ceiling light in here which is just a white light. So hopefully that'll illuminate it a little bit better. Yeah, I'll show you that in just a moment. Okay, I've put the lights on for you now, and I hope it's looking alright. I think I've done what I can for the moment in this kitchen. I'll probably be titivating about a little bit more, doing a few extra bits and pieces, but on the whole it's practically finished, I think. What I've also been working on a little bit is the stairs. I put some plant life growing up the side of the stairs here. All this is a bit of cotton with little bits of paper, that's all it is. And I've made it sort of as a plant growing up, and I've put some moss in different places on the stairs. I got an old bit of material actually, and I've covered the stairs with that, and I've put some debris on the stairs, as you can see, a spilt drink and that. And I've got some hands coming out the walls going up the stairs as well. I hope you like what I've done so far. I'm quite enjoying doing this haunted house, and I think the next thing is I'm going to move on to the sitting room on the other side, and we'll have a bit of fun with that one. So please come and join me. Please subscribe to my to our channel and press that like button, and if you have any suggestions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Right, thank you for everybody that's subscribed to our videos, and I hope you're enjoying this haunted house as much as I am. As I said before, please subscribe and press that like button, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one, where I'm going to start decorating in the living room next door. So please do join me, and thank you very much once again.